Hi, I'm your host, Marsha Florence for Just As. We're here today with the Library for the Blind and Physically Challenged, and this is the second half of the show. I want to thank all of you who actually watch this show because actually we try to do this for you. This is public information that sometimes is hard to locate or that you may not really know about. And we here at the Just As Foundation want to give you the opportunity to understand what services are available to you. So sit back and enjoy the second half of the Library for the Blind and Physically Challenged. Thank you. Hi, and welcome back to the second half of the show. For those of you who are just not joining us, we're here at the Oakland County Visually and Physically Impaired Library. Now, I'm sitting here with a panel of ladies who all represent a different library or who are patrons of a library. So we decided to start off with our guest on our far right. And we want to start off with Sharon. Can you tell us about yourself and your involvement with the library?
Yes, my name is Sharon Shannon, and I'm a proud patron of the Oakland County Library for the Visually and Physically Impaired. And I've been a recipient of their programs even prior to the move here from Farmington, ever since August 1994. And at that time I started out with the library where I could still see, was just visually impaired. And so I've had a chance to use practically all of their services, from the CCTV, the large print magazines and books, and then on to talking books. And now I'm currently proud to say that I've recently got into the descriptive videos.
Okay, so you've been well-rounded by the library.
Yes, and they've been very helpful, and I have a long list of likes and dislikes. And I even have all of the magazines that are available through the library, such as Good Housekeeping, Ebony, just everything from medical on.
Okay, thank you, Sharon. Now, Betty, what do you have with you today?
Well, I have a large print book because we do have a number of large print books that we send out to our patrons, just as we do the talking books. And I wanted to be sure and mention that. We mail them out and they get mailed back to us. I also have a descriptive video that Sharon just alluded to. And a descriptive video is probably one of our newer products. And it's a regular video. In this case, I have The Sixth Sense, which is a pretty good video, actually. And there's just a narrative that takes place between scenes so that somebody who is visually impaired can keep up with the story that's being told in the video.
Okay.
It's a wonderful service.
Okay. So it's actually an additional voice going on to let the person who's visually impaired hear the actions and things?
That's correct.
Okay.
Only it's non-intrusive. It doesn't cut over the dialogue. It just moves in when there is no dialogue.
Okay, that's wonderful. Okay. And Dolores?
My name is Dolores King, and I'm with the Talking Book Center in Flint. And we provide services for individuals in Shiawassee, Genesee, and Lapeer counties. And we also have assistive technology devices, and I did bring one with me here today. And what I have here is called a MagnaCam. And actually what this does is you hook it up to your television screen. Any size screen will do it. And what it does, this is a camera that you have right here. Mm-hmm. And this, you can hold this for me.
Okay.
You attach all of this to your TV, and it enlarges whatever you want to have scanned.
Okay. Mm-hmm. Okay. Now, when you say scan, and it's enlarging the words, or?
Yes, it is. It enlarges whatever you want to have read. And you might also can use it to read medicine bottles, because this is for visually impaired individuals. And this is loaned out to any of our users at no charge.
Okay, it's a wonderful thing. So you can put it on an old TV, new TV, or does it matter?
Yes, you can, because I know the newer TVs, they are cable ready, and we have devices that you can hook up to them. And we also have devices that you can hook up to the older TVs that will accommodate any type of television that you have, the older ones or the newer ones.
Okay, now how long can you loan this out?
Okay, we loan this out for 2 weeks.
Okay.
But in cases where you want to have it longer, we will accommodate you.
Okay, so a person can actually call and request this device and you guys will send it out to them?
Okay, basically we ask them to come in so we can demonstrate to them how to use it.
Okay.
And you know, basically they don't have any problems with that. But if it's a situation where they have trouble coming in, we could mail it to them.
Okay, all right, thank you. And Linda, what do you have today?
Hi, my name is Linda Champion, and I'm from the Macomb County Library for the Blind, and I'm the Assistant Director at the Macomb County Library, which houses the Library for the Blind for Macomb County residents only. But today I have Ronaldo Rodriguez, and he'd like to wave to everybody. He is just one of 24 Kids on the Block puppets that we have at the Library for the Blind, and our puppeteers go out to different schools and different organizations to do these puppet shows. And each puppet has a disability or may have a sibling who has a disability, and they discuss the various disabilities. And Ronaldo has a visual problem. He has his white cane, as you can see in his hand here, and he has his glasses to help kind of cut out glare and all that. But we do these puppet shows basically for Macomb County residents and schools, but we will accommodate also, and we'll go anywhere people ask, you know, if it's reasonable requests. So, like I said, we have puppet shows all the way from visual disabilities to hearing impairments, and some other real good puppet shows. And we do have brochures, so if anybody wants to find out what we do and they're interested, this tells all the current shows that they do in their repertoire.
Okay.
And they can call and ask us for that. And this is Ronaldo's specific program called Campers, talking about him going camping, and the kids had blocked him out of going camping because they thought, well, a blind kid can't go camping. And the one kid who says this to him is in a wheelchair, but he's going camping. But he doesn't think the other kid, the kid who's blind, can actually go camping. But he doesn't think anything about being in a wheelchair going camping. So it kind of opens up everybody's eyes to what even people with disabilities think about other people with disabilities.
Right.
So they're wonderful shows, and we like to do them to younger children so they're impressed. And
What's the youngest age that you would do a puppet show for?
they have done them for preschool kids.
Okay.
Yeah, and there are certain ones that we would not do just because
Okay, now,
some are
is there-
inappropriate for certain
Is
ages.
there a good response? Do the kids respond?
Oh, they're excellent. Yeah, they talk directly to the puppets. They don't talk to the puppeteers who disrobe at the end of the program with their black masks, because they shadow the puppets. So you can see the puppeteers, but they're all in black and black
Okay.
masks and black gloves. But the kids never talk to the puppeteers, they talk to the puppets.
That's wonderful.
Yeah, so the kids respond very well to the puppet shows, and they are free puppet shows, so people can book them, and we will do
We
that.
definitely have to get them on tape. Now,
Yeah.
Linda, you have a few more things.
Yes, I do. I'm just full of props here for you
Yes,
today.
you
One of the other things that we think is fairly unique to Macomb County's Library for the Blind is this book kit project, which we received a grant to fund in the beginning. And what it is this is for children ages 7 to 17 who have reading disabilities. So what we found is the children who are registered for the Library for the Blind program would receive tapes only. But the reading disabled kids also need the print book to go along, and it helps improve their reading abilities by various grade levels if they have the print book to read along as they listen to the tape. So what we did is we took the tapes that were produced by the National Library Service in Washington, and we just put this tape in this book bag, and we purchased the book. It doesn't have to be large print for the reading disabled children. And like, here's one of the more popular ones, Harry Potter. He's popular with everybody. And like I said, it's just regular print, and these go out to children from 7 to 17 with all in a kit, and it's all
So this
free,
kid-
of course.
Can this kid go in the mail?
Yes, it goes in the mail, and all the kids have to do is put the materials back in the bag, zip it up, and there would be a mail card on it with their name and address when it's going to them. All they'd have to do then to return it is take that card out, flip it over, and then it would have our name and address to get returned back to us. So this is a real nice program for children who have reading disabilities who are also qualified for the Library for the Blind program.
Okay.
And the last thing I'd like to talk about, if you don't mind,
No, let's go for it.
we just received a grant to do all throughout the state of Michigan, so this benefits all the libraries for the blind throughout the state of Michigan. So we're very proud of this grant. It's a promotional backpack, and it's not filled right now, so it's
Okay.
just a teaser here right now. But as school begins this year, any child who is reading disabled throughout Michigan who registers through one of the libraries for the blind in the state will receive a backpack, a pen, and some other goodies for reading disabilities. Their parents receive some videos and books, and the kids receive some fun things. And then there's also a backpack for just the Braille readers, and it's more of a thank you for staying in the program, because we don't get that many strictly. But this is a real good project that will benefit all the libraries for the blind, so we're real proud of
It seems
that.
like people will be very, very impressed with learning more about these types of libraries, because we commonly go to the library, but we don't know anything or much about this particular type of library. So Lisa, what do you have over there, and a little bit about yourself?
I'm Lisa Riemann from the Wayne County Regional Library for the Blind and Physically Handicapped. One of the things that we have are old radio programs. They're very popular. They're shorter than a lot of the books, so people like them for that reason. Another thing that we do at Wayne County, we serve all of Wayne County residents along with the sub-regional that Dory represents. But we also record books that our patrons request and are not otherwise available on tape, so we record them for them. Right now, we're doing some things on Detroit and Michigan for the 300th anniversary of Detroit. We just finished doing the Purple Gang, which is of interest to some people. We did things like Mellie's book because it hadn't been recorded, and even though it has pictures in it, it really is excellent. And we're doing that. We're doing several other things. We're doing the first volume of the Conan books because it hasn't been done. Some of the others have, but that one hasn't. We have volunteers doing quite a few other things. They rewind tapes and do mailings, put labels on catalogs and things like that. So
Okay.
we're really grateful for their help.
Sounds good. And Dory, what do you have over there?
I'm Dory Middleton. I'm with the Detroit Sub-Regional Library for the Blind and Physically Handicapped, which is located in the Frederick Douglass branch and Grand River and Trumbull in Detroit. We service 14 zip codes in Detroit, and Lisa's library takes care of the rest. We do a lot of programming at our library. We have a radio playwrights group that's been meeting for over 2 years now. We've produced 2 radio plays. One was an old-time radio mystery, and the other was a science fiction comedy. The first one is called The Cousin, and the second one is called Utter Confusion. And those are both available through our library for loan. And they were also aired on DRIS, the radio reading service. We have upcoming programs. In October, we're starting a book club. Our first book is going to be Honey Hush, which is an anthology of African American women's humor with essays by Maya Angelou and Nikki Giovanni and a couple of others. It's a wonderful book, and we're asking people do not have to be visually impaired or physically handicapped to be part of our book club. We welcome everyone, and we are going to be meeting. Our first meeting is October 11th, and that is a Thursday, so we'll be meeting Thursday evenings. Our Playwrights is open to anyone who would like to come. They meet Thursday evenings every week, and they're working on another play right now, so we'd welcome anyone who would like to come. We also have computers available for the public. On our computers, we have assistive software and hardware. We have a voice reader program called JAWS. We have a screen enlargement program called Magic. In order to use those programs, you really have to know the keyboard, so we have a keyboard instructional software, and anybody who wants to learn these can come in and practice. We offer training, but it's very, very basic and by appointment only.
Sound like you ladies have a lot there. And Phyllis.
I'm Phyllis Jose, and I'm the director of the Oakland County Library, and we're glad that you're here today at our facility. My job is to handle the administration and financial aspect of the library, and the remarkable thing I'd like to point out is that the funding sources for this library, these libraries, is both local, state, and federal. All units of government contribute to its operation. I think that's truly remarkable. There are very few services that you can say that of, and like I said, there are county dollars, there are state dollars, and the federal government, of course, provides the machines and the tapes that you see.
Okay, wonderful. Well, ladies, I do want to say this, that we appreciate you having us out here at this particular site, and we'd like to come and visit the rest of them. We want to encourage the public to become involved in the Library for the Visually and Physically Impaired. This is a unique concept, and I know it's not new, but it's rarely heard of. And to have all of you here to give us briefing information on the library itself, the services, it's going to, I'm sure, catch the attention of a lot of people. The show will air, and hey, I know you're going to get phone calls, and somebody's going to be saying, oh, I didn't know there was such a library like that, and oh my God, they're right down the street from us. So, you know, and you go to the library all the time, but you never think about people with disabilities needing to or wanting to read or have opportunity to do their homework or learn their history. So these libraries are very meaningful to the general public. Okay, so we want to thank you for having us out here. We'll make sure all the addresses are listed, and each and every one of you are listed. So if you get a strange phone call, you know why you got it, because someone from Just Ask said, hey, I heard a lot about this library. And any upcoming events that you have, please let us know. We'll definitely post those in our crypt. Okay? Okay. Well, ladies and gentlemen, we had a wonderful time here today at the Oakland Library for the Visually and Physically Impaired. But remember, there's quite a few libraries throughout Michigan that you can go to for this type of service. So if you have any questions or comments, you can call us at Just Ask. Our number is 248-988-0250, 248-988-0250. Or take a moment, look in the credits, and see one of the libraries that's nearest you. Contact that library. Let them know that you saw them on Just Ask and you'd like some more information, or you want to visit their site. You know who I am. I'm your host, Marcia Florence with Just Ask. But what do I always say? If you know someone with a disability, don't be afraid to ask. Just ask. I'm your host. Thank you. Well, Betty, I know you got some more good information for us. So what's this device here?
This is called the Reading Edge, and this is a machine that scans print and reads it back to a person. So if, say, a student has a textbook and they need to scan it in and have it read back to them, it holds up to 25 pages at a time, and it reads back in different voices, so people have their favorite voice that it can read it back to them.
So this has a variety of different languages?
You can get cards for different languages as well. I only have it programmed for English because that's what pretty much what I've been, our patrons are using. But you can get cards so it can read in different languages.
Okay, nice. Okay. And gigantic magnifying glasses.
These are, yes, these are table magnifiers, and we loan these out to our patrons or to anybody. Actually, we don't restrict the loaning to our patrons, and we loan them on a 30-day period. They do have to come and pick them up. We don't send the equipment out through the mail.
Okay. Now I wonder if people realize they can borrow something like this, though.
I'm hoping that your show is going to help us get the word out.
Okay, Betty. I believe they'll know after today. Okay, okay.
And this is called a closed-circuit television, and this one is color. Many of them are black and white, and we do have about 7 that we loan those out on a 30-day basis. to people, and we say to them, if you decide that it's helpful to you, because they're so expensive, we want you to see if it helps you first before you make a purchase. And if they decide that it's helpful to them, then we provide them with a vendor's name and phone number.
Well, that's a good idea.
So, and this does go to different colors, but most of the people with visual impairments are pretty happy with black and white.
Okay. So you can put anything on there? I mean,
Anything you can see, it enlarges the print, and you can make it larger, and you can make it smaller, and you can bring it closer, and there's just a variety of ways you can manipulate the print to make it more readable.
Okay. Okay, and what else
And this is a letter, just a letter guide. Some people, when they first start losing their vision, they're still able to see, but it's a little difficult for them to write straight. So you put this down on top of a page and write within those lines, and it does give people ability to write.
So that actually lines up with the length of a paper?
This is an 8.5 by 11, goes right on a sheet. And this is a check writing guide, which a lot of people, when they lose their vision, it's so hard for them to not be able to at least sign and write their checks anymore. And again, we just keep this here to demonstrate, and people we tell them where they can purchase these. You can see here on the table, we keep a number of catalogs. So, and we have more copies of these, so if somebody sees something they like or need, we provide them with a catalog and with numbers of vendors.
Now that's
that they
nice.
can get those.
I don't think people think about ordering things from catalogs.
It's a wonderful, wonderful service.
Okay.
There are several vendors, and we try to keep a stack of all their
So
catalogs.
people, can a person just ask you for the address to get a catalog as
Yes.
well? Okay.
You can see we have them out here. We have most of them have 800 numbers, so we've simply copied them off in large letters and put them out here so people can just pick these up and contact the catalog companies.
That's good.
And this is just a variety of different magnifiers here. We have the ones that fit around your neck, the ones that...
This is for around the neck?
Yes.
Okay.
You put this on, and you can see it has two different magnifying glasses here, a small one and a larger one.
Okay.
And so somebody theoretically could read.
Okay, continue to read without having to worry about so much distraction, so you can actually wear this.
Yes.
Okay, I see that pimple.
I can listen. I can cook.
Good. I can coach.
Kids with something to do are less likely to do drugs.
I can drive.
I can paint.
I can dance. A little of your time can make a lifetime of difference.
I can read.
I can help. You can help. Call toll-free 1-877-KIDS-313 to find out about community drug prevention programs.
I can keep a kid off drugs.
This is the hand that sows the seed, that grows the forest, that drinks from